What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Anime Degens Podcast. Coming at you today with episode 101 of the Bullshit Hour. We got Nam and Dan today with you. Tyler's never getting his internet back, so I don't know when he'll be back. Do you have any idea, Nam?
I wish I did. Sadly, the internet company said you are our lowest priority. Is what he told us.
They looked at his usage and it was so obscene they were losing money on it from all the anime he watched, so they decided to make him last.
Yep. So pray for Tyler, guys. Hopefully he gets it back sometime this year.
You know, at least his power.
We'd love to have him back.
At least his power's back. Like
he's got power. He's got heat. He's got water. Just no internet.
Interwebs. Cool. Before we get into some news, make sure you guys rate the podcast wherever you listen to it. And if you'd like to hang out with the Degens and talk to us and the homies, jump in the Discord at linktree.com/Anime Degens. Let's get into some news. Well, I guess I'll go first. The MF Ghost manga, mine and Nam's favorite show of all time, it seems like, is ending in the next 6 chapters. So that is good. If it's a good spot to end it, I have no idea. I don't feel like reading a manga about car racing when I can watch the cars, so I have no idea.
Yeah, I feel like reading it's not going to have the same impact, but I mean, at the same time, it did start back in 2017, so it's been going for quite a while, 7 years. There was only about, I think, a total of 5 months of breaks all throughout it due to health. So
yeah, most of those are recent too. And then they got a lot of chapters. I mean, it's gonna go for a while on the anime side of it, so that's exciting. But I guess he's moving on to a new project about tractors. So we're staying in the world of vehicles, but we're going to tractors instead of supercars. So that's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that one. Kind of like how I don't know how.
I'm not going to read it anyway, so.
Yeah, right. And hopefully it doesn't get made into an anime. Kind of like how I was hoping this was not going to get made into an anime, but somehow it is. Crunchyroll and Sony are partnering to create a Ghost of Tsushima Legends anime. Released in 2020, Ghost of Tsushima, a fantastic game, by the way. Have you played it, Dan?
Oh, yeah. It's probably my favorite RPG I've played in the last, long time. I bought a PlayStation just to play this.
Oh my god! And was it worth it?
And it's been collecting dust ever since I beat it.
It's all right, as it should. We have PCs. That being said, Legends was the online component that released for it later on. 1 to 4 players basically took on waves of defense and stuff like that in an area. Apparently, it's getting an anime exclusive to Crunchyroll in 2027.
Yeah, I mean, I get why they went with the Legends side of the game, because they can tell whatever story they want. They're not required to tell the story of Jin, which was already completed in the game. So I think this is really just them taking the Ghost of Tsushima main points of it and writing their own story. So that's kind of cool. We'll see if it's good though. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, what I would have liked to see, because there is Ghost of Yotai, which has been announced. Maybe the bridge between those two, focusing on people becoming those legends, right?
That'd be cool.
Who knows? Maybe this is actually that. Yeah, we don't know.
I guess we'll find out in 2027 when we're old and crippled.
I'm already old and crippled, Dan.
Same. 30. Once you hit 30, it goes downhill real fast.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of Crunchyroll, they're gonna try and release a manga app. Let's hope it's included in our subscriptions and Sony isn't trying to take more money from our pockets, but I doubt it. I don't plan on getting it if I have to pay for it because I already have the Shonen Jump app, so I'm good there.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great concept. I'll give them that, but I feel like they should have just integrated it into the Crunchyroll app. Manga, anime, all in one place, one subscription.
They got
and
music videos and
there's
shit too, so why not?
yeah, exactly.
But yeah, the fact that it's gonna be a separate app makes me think it's gonna be behind a different subscription or the top tier Crunchyroll subscription. So fuck 'em.
Yep. Um, but you know who we're not gonna say fuck them to? Fantasy
Sega.
Star Online 2. Yep. Uh,
Sega.
for those of you who play PSO2, New Genesis, there is a new collab that is coming out. Actually, it should already be out from what I read. This is for Freerun, Beyond Journey's End, Tyler's favorite anime of 2024, right? So,
Probably all time at this
yeah,
point.
I would imagine so. This is going to be his new game, guys. We're not going to actually get him to watch a lot of anime this year. This is going to be the year where he just plays PSO2 as Freerun. So I'm super happy for you, Tyler. If you get internet back this year, you might be able to get those skins soon. I'm praying for you, buddy.
You might be able to download the game if you get lucky. In other news, Dr. Stone is getting the Kaiju number 8 and the Donadon treatment. So we're going to be getting same day English translations for the final season. I know Bass is going to be pretty fired up about that because he loves his dubbed anime and he's a big Dr. Stone fan. So that's exciting.
I'm actually really excited too. I was very surprised with Dr. Stone, and I am super geeked. I actually didn't realize that it came out today. So tomorrow at lunch, I'm gonna watch it so that I have something to do during lunch.
Love that.
Yeah. In other news, we're also getting another anime, which is getting the Kaiju number 8, Dan to Dan, and now apparently the Dr. Stone season 4 treatment. This one, your obligatory isekai title, Magic Maker. How to make magic in another world.
I had no idea that a show called Magic Maker would be about making magic. That's fucking nuts.
Dude, without this explanation, I would have never guessed it.
Definitely not, like it'd be like, oh,
I,
magic, what are
I'm
they
not.
making?
I'm not that smart, guys. Come on now.
But
Please,
frankly,
dumb it for us.
since this is getting the same day treatment for dub, that means it's probably pretty good. Like they don't do
Oh,
that with a lot of no.
I would hope it is actually pretty good. No,
I
that's what
thought
I'm
you were
saying. I'm
just
I'm
like, nope.
hoping. No, I'm really hoping. So it's getting its first season, right? The first season is also getting this treatment, which really kind of makes me curious to check it out. Not to mention, it's got magic, dude. I'm a big magic fan. Whenever I
I
play
love.
Skyrim, I always go with magic build. You
Let's
you
make
go stealth archer at first, but then I go magic.
let's make some magic, baby.
Let's do it.
Well, speaking of Skyrim and the classic sneaky archer and or the magic build, today's episode we're going to be doing choose your player. The Degens play Shangri La Frontier. So we have been really enjoying Shangri La Frontier, and we decided to take a stab at making some character builds to play this awesome game. Unfortunately, they don't post the stat builds requirements anywhere for this show. Like I was trying to find out like what the attributes were, and they did not post a screenshot that had them. I could not find them on Reddit. I could not find them on the Shangri-La wiki. Like, so we're just using our standard RPG, whatever the hell we want for that. But the reason we want to do this is there's so many different character archetypes in this show that we thought it'd be fun to take a stab at making our own, especially with the introduction of our ninja friend. So a lot of options there, and we're gonna get into it. Should I go first?
Yeah, yeah, no, especially with your very, very first character, the stealthy archer. I mean, go ahead. You go ahead and tell
He's not actually a stealthy archer yet. Keyword is
him.
yet. Every time I play an RPG, I'm like, I'm gonna be a fucking Nord with a giant greatsword, and then like 15 hours in the game, all of a sudden I'm wearing like thieves guild armor and I'm running around with a bow and arrow, shooting people from behind trees. It just happens
Every
every
time,
time.
every
But
time.
for my first build, I have Binge Sakai. This is a shout out to Ghost of Tsushima coming out of the anime, but this is Binge, not Jin. And we're going to be the Fatletic Samurai. So when I play games, a lot of times I really do play a build like Sunraku. I love glass cannons. I love having to dodge for my life and making the game challenging. I hate playing tanks. I never want to be a character where I can just take a million hits and not die. That's no fun. It takes no skill. You're just like, I'm going to swing my big old sword. So we're going to take Sunraku's playstyle, but we're going to replace the bird head with a beer gut. Of course, being Binge Sakai, we got to bring some samurai vibes in here. And we're going to take that approach with our athletic, quick glass cannon. His backstory is similar to Sakamoto days. He was a top-notch samurai in his youth, but his love of food has caught up to him, especially with his metabolism weakening. For the character design, I'm going to go standard height, max weight. We're taking that bar all the way to the fucking right, baby. It's a big guy. Think like a left tackle in football, 300 pounds, but nimble on his feet. If you've watched Gintama, Hakuyasa, Gintoki's student, who doesn't actually exist, that's what I'm going for. I'm going for a fat fucking samurai. For clothes, we're not going to go with like that samurai armor. There's two reasons for that. One, I don't think they make them large enough for my guy. He's a hefty dude. I don't think they'll make samurai armor that would fit him. So he would look like a sausage exploding out of the casing of the samurai armor, and that's not very appealing. What do you think, Nam?
No, honestly, you almost kind of need to do it because it's gonna just be that much more like embarrassing for the opposing person to die to an exploding sausage in a samurai, um, in like the whole Bushido outfit and stuff like that.
We're gonna pull up to go fight one of the Colossi, and I'm just gonna be waddling in because I can't move my joints. It's brilliant. It's totally. They're not gonna know what's coming.
Look, you've already explained that you're a samurai, so all you gotta do is just like waddle your arms back and forth really fast, right? You just gotta twist your wrist, dude. That's all it is. It's in the wrists.
I like it. And maybe since I'm a samurai, I can get Bad Bunny Seeker on my team. Maybe I'll get chosen by one of the Colossi, and I'll get to go to Rapituza and hang out with my boy Seeker. We'll be samurai boys.
No, see, you're gonna end up finding like the singer dancer bunny.
I'm
That's
okay with
who's
that.
gonna be yours, and then you're gonna meet Emil, but you're never gonna meet Seacrew, but you're gonna hear all about him.
Bro, that's heartbreaking. That's
Well,
absolutely heartbreaking.
look at what the show's doing, right? Look at what Kay. He hasn't even found anything unique.
True.
Literally nothing. Poor guy.
Poor guy. For my clothes, we're gonna be decked out. We're not gonna go with the armor, like I said. So we're gonna go with your classic, like kimono, samurai, badass, like Roni Kenshin vibes. But I had to think of a color to choose, and I got kind of worried. So with the name Binge, I'm gonna be eating a lot of food, and getting stains out of your kimono is gonna be very challenging. So we're going black. That should hide any stains from me eating way too much fried chicken, fried pork, whatever we're doing.
All right, Choji.
And we're also gonna wear a bamboo hat, though. We have to, right?
That's the part that got me about that. The bamboo hat.
Dude, you have to. Bamboo hats are so sick.
They are. They honestly like they got no reason being that cool.
But it's not gonna be like that crazy bamboo hat the Ronins wear with like the straw mask.
Yeah,
It's just
no,
your
no, it's just gonna be like a nice
classic,
little bamboo hat. Yeah.
classic little cone. What else? My stat distribution.
Yep.
So I went with dexterity because that's our agility right there. Luck because I'm gonna need some luck on my side, man. I can move quick, but my hitbox is pretty big. It's pretty large hitbox. I need some luck here, help me dodge the opponent's attacks, and wisdom because I'm an older gentleman. Like I said, I'm gained weight because my metabolism can't keep up, and I'm wise as fuck. So all these younger players in SLF are going to look up to me, my 31-year-old ass. They're like 18, 16. They don't know. They don't know life. I'm going to be out there spitting some facts on the battlefield.
Dropping straight bombs.
Big bombs. For my class type, I'm going dual blade samurai, and my weapons of choice are going to be a katana and a wakizashi, like Aoshi from Kenshin. I'm bringing those fucking Oni Waban vibes. I like the character, dude. It's very me. Very me.
I don't know about maxing out the weight bar yet. I feel like you still have a little bit of ways to go before you reach that part. You don't have
True.
like an exploding sausage yet.
Not yet. I'm getting there though.
um, no, I mean it's a very unconventional build. I'll say. I mean, I figured you'd probably put a little bit more into strength, just because, again, being more of like a DPS class. I figured you would do more into lean more into that one, but
You know, we're fatletic, dude. We dodge, we make hits, we move on. We dodge, we make hits, we move on. I also did need a lot of strength, so if you got to think about it, I got a lot of girth hanging off my arms. So when I swing my sword, there's more momentum behind it,
yeah, you do have gravity, and this is
and
a
the
very smart game.
luck is going to help me get a lot of criticals. So
It's fair. I can
we're gonna
see
be
that.
nimble as fuck on our feet. We're gonna be a big old nimble boy. Uh, the
Okay.
last the last thing I got is if I would join a guild. Um, this character could really go either way. I don't play a lot of MMO RGPs. I play a lot of like single player games. But I didn't say we were Ronin, so I feel like I gotta join a guild.
Yeah, not to mention too, like it's not necessarily like joining a guild is this big overall taxing thing that everyone makes it out to be, right? Like just look at Sunraku in SLF. He only interacts with his guild when he needs to.
Yeah, when they chase him
So
down.
exactly. If it wasn't for that, he'd never interact with them, but he'd still be in a guild. So I mean, I could
Right.
definitely see where like this character here would probably be in a guild. He might even play a role kind of similar to like Sagre Zero, right? Where he's a very influential member, but he can do his own thing. Nobody's gonna
True.
stop him, nobody's gonna question him
Yeah.
because he brings so much to the table.
And I did talk about wisdom, so I need little homies to impart my wisdom on. So I need to be in a guild.
Yeah. Well,
It's
I
a big
mean,
part.
even then too, you could still be a mentor without having to be in a guild.
I guess, but then it's a lot of work. I don't get a lot of time to game, and finding people to game with is tough. So I got to join a guild to find friends.
I got you. I got you. Um, yeah, no. So I guess my first build then.
Yeah, go for it.
Awesome. We're gonna go with we're gonna call this guy here Captain Desro, and there's a very specific reason why it starts with Captain. I'm gonna go more with like a stealth pirate assassin build with this one. And for those of you nerds who play video games out there, think Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. My main inspiration for this was Edward Kenway, but we're gonna go with a very unconventional build with this one, in the fact that pirates definitely have a lot of weapon on their side. They can use just about anything, really. I mean, pick up a stick and smack you with it. It's a weapon. Um, but for this one, I also wanted to go with something that had more mobility. So we're going to lean a little bit more into the dexterity as opposed to the strength, because the idea is that I'm going to be able to sneak around more. I'm going to be able to, kind of essentially hide myself, disguise myself, not give myself away quite as easily. So, um, I don't really have like a big old backstory or clothes and stuff like that. But I mean, I guess like if we were to do clothes, I would definitely do something that was a bit darker, right? I would go more of like a robe build, but I would still have a pirate hat. Big
Okay.
old flourish, grand, showpiece. I'm a pirate, right? I'm a captain, so I
Fucking
have
Captain
to make sure
Sparrow, dude.
people know. Exactly.
Dude, we should
Captain.
have done theme songs. They don't. You don't get a theme song in the game, but like your character has to have the Pirates of the Caribbean theme rolling in the
Oh
back.
yeah. No, dude, I got what is his name? The conductor for that.
I don't know. Is it not Hans Zimmer?
Yeah, yeah,
Is it?
it is. So Hans Zimmer is doing my theme song, by the way, because I wouldn't trust anyone else. um, but yeah, so that way though, like with the clothing choice, I would still have like various other clothing on, but with the robe, it allows me to better blend into my environment a lot easier,
With your
which is
giant
also
flamboyant pirate hat?
yeah, you know,
Just a
just trust it.
giant frilly pirate hat with a giant feather on it and a big skull and crossbones blending in. I like it.
Just trust, all right? Um but no, so as far as the actual character design goes though, this one we're going to go with a more rugged look, someone that's very rough around the edges, very unkempt. Kind of like how I look usually most days. Um we're talking, scruffy beard and stuff like that, kind of long, frayed out, hair is all disheveled and stuff like that. Um but we're also going with someone a little bit more on the smaller side, right? We're thinking kind of like 5'2" to 5'5" range.
Short king.
Exactly. And very thin too. Because the idea again is someone that's able to easily hide, right? If I need to duck into an alley, and it's a very narrow alley, I'm not going to be able to do that with a traditional pirate build. Big, buff, you know. My character is not one that's going to be swinging his shoulders out there like that. He's going to be more one that's, slipping in and out of the crowd type thing. And so, yeah, the hat might be a disadvantage to most times.
You're trying to go in between people and your hat just smacking them in the back of the head.
But no, with having the character of a smaller stature, right? My head doesn't
Sorry,
need to be as big.
in the back of the shoulder.
Maybe even mid back. It all depends.
He's that short.
You never. They could be that tall. All right.
Fair.
No,
That's
now
true.
you're thinking everyone else is short.
Most people, when they make a character, max out the height. So that I get it.
From there though, um, the hat would also obviously be smaller, right? It doesn't need to be something that's like this far out, right? I'm not going for the traditional Ronin cap, right? No bamboo hat style for me. Still something that probably like this big and whatnot. And then what it can do is it can take it and just kind of like stuff it behind him, and his hood is big enough to where it can actually encompass the hat.
Okay,
So when he needs to blend in,
so now you're looking like, oh
like a
shit, what's it?
hunchback.
No, I was gonna say Darth, someone, not Darth Vader, but his Spaceballs version, Dark Helmet. Is that what it is?
Oh,
So you have a
oh
giant
God.
hood over it.
May the Schwartz be with you.
I can't believe neither of us did a fucking Jedi, dude.
We're trying to keep it at least somewhat RPG-esque.
Bro, they
All
got robot
right.
dragons. Come on.
Yeah, robot dragons, not sci-fi high fantasy.
Dude, I guarantee Belak could make a fucking lightsaber with this ancient craftsman, ancient blacksmith trait she's got going on. I guarantee we're getting a lightsaber at some point.
I don't know. I feel like copyright's gonna stop that.
Dude, a beam sword is in so many things. They got beam swords in SAO Gun Gale Online.
They do, true. But
You-
SAO also sucks
Yeah.
after the first season.
Yeah.
So let's hold off on that idea until we can hopefully get some better clarification on more classes in the actual game too.
Fair enough.
Maybe there is like a energy sword based class that's just Kirito in SLF.
Oh, we're playing. It's an actual isekai now. I got you.
um No, so for my class type though, I went with a little bit more of a traditional one on this one. Just so that way it was a little bit more easier to digest. I mean, don't get me wrong, Dan. I do love the fact that you put what was it? Dual-handed, dual-blade samurai.
I mean, it's basically Sunraku's build with a kimono on, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that, but no, I say this one is a rogue.
Okay.
Class type is a rogue. Rogue is a very all-encompassing kind of a class type for the two subtypes I'm going for. Um, obviously, I would go more with like using D&D terms, like a swashbuckling rogue, right? But also mix it in with the assassin archetype.
Okay.
So, like, if there was a subclass, I would probably do more specialization into the assassination base, just so that way I get more of those kind of stealth bonuses, right?
Yeah.
And then I
So
can count, or I can tack that on um with the other rogue archetype of the weapons.
so here's my question, okay? So you mentioned assassin subclass. Are you going to be a PKer?
No,
Okay, so we're not putting the red skull next to your name.
no, no. This is primarily just because of the actual bonuses that you can get with the stealth mechanics.
Yeah.
And it would make it that much easier to, do 2.5 damage, right? Or even maybe 3.5 times damage. Just on the simple fact that I can hit them from the shadows. Hit them unseen, so to speak.
Gotcha. I was gonna say
So,
dude's joining Ashura Kai, man. He's going all in.
no, 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 no. But at the same time, too, it does allow me to also be able to step up against those kind of players as well. So if I was in a party, we were being attacked, I still have the upper hand by being able to potentially out stealth them and get the upper hand.
I
Or,
like
just run away.
I like it.
Um, for my stat distribution, I'm gonna do more dex as well as the luck part. Because luck is very important, especially when trying to deal with any kind of encounter that involves others, especially like say the ability to be noticed and stuff like that. You're definitely going to want luck on your side. So there's a lot of high dex, a lot of luck. I don't really need a lot of wisdom, right? My character is not going to be someone who's super smart per se. Pirates aren't really smart. They know what they're doing. They just go out there and they swing their swords and they pillage. So, I'm going to keep that whole aspect of keeping the wisdom lower. Strength, I don't need a whole lot of because, again, my idea is not going to be overpowering the person.
Mhm.
But health is pretty important in the event that I do happen to get into a situation where it's not as easy to get away.
Okay.
Having that extra health would help. So, vitality is probably going to be the other one that I focus on as well.
Makes sense.
Yeah. From there, my weapons, like I said, pirates have a various range of weapons. Axe, cutlass, pistol, for instance, flintlock, of course.
Obviously.
You can't go without it. Um, but then just even adding in a couple other things that would be more assassin's based, right? Daggers, blowing darts, stuff like that. So my character would have a range of those kind of weapons. There wouldn't be one that I would specialize in, right? That's where your character would have like the upper hand per se. He's got the katana, um, and then the other sword, and then I have just an axe, cutlass, all of that, right? So you're gonna have a lot more specialization in that range in that area, but I'm gonna have a lot more means to also kind of annoy you like a little mosquito before actually going in for the bigger hit.
Fair enough.
Um, Solo or join a guild, right? Big question. Everyone wants to know.
I mean, what's a pirate without its crew, right?
Exactly. But here's the thing, right? What's my name?
Ezreal. Captain.
Captain Desro.
You're gonna start a guild.
I'm gonna start a guild.
I like it. Okay. What's the name of your guild?
Uh, I haven't actually thought that far yet. It's gonna be something that it wouldn't happen quickly over time, right? It would be something that I think of as I'm playing, as I start to find recruitable members, we'll say. I don't want to call them friends yet, we only play online a little bit.
Okay.
Um but to be able to have those people in mind and then maybe even start collaborating with them and stuff like that, because I mean, let's be honest, the captain is great and all, but what is he without his crew?
And let's be honest here. What has One Piece taught us? Every pirate crew needs a samurai second in command. So basically, my character is a combination of Lucky Roo and Zoro.
There you go.
Like,
And
that's the perfect definition right there. Except I got
my
two swords
character
instead of
has
three.
absolutely nothing to do with Luffy, but hey, I'm a captain, so
Hey man, we're an anime
we're
podcast. We talk pirates. We talk One Piece.
we're starting One Piece in SLF. That's what's happening. That's the name of the guild, the One Piece.
Ooh, ooh, okay. So, question for you:
Yep.
which colossi are you going to go after?
Oh, okay.
There's a correct answer. You're a pirate.
Yeah, it's gonna be Tarnid of the Abyss.
Exactly. And you know who my samurai is going to go after?
Obviously, it's gonna be Weathermon.
Yep. Got it, right? I mean, the whole point of Shangri La Frontier is to take down the colossi, learn the secrets of the world, find the One Piece.
Yeah.
So I
So
feel
if you're
like
not doing that, what are you really doing?
playing a game like a chump.
Chump.
I think we got a good guild going on right now. I'm gonna have to find somebody. Actually, somebody else can play my pirate because I really want to, or not my pirate, my samurai, because I really want to play my next character build, and that's
Yeah.
Wobblin' Woo, the punch drunk monk. So I really like the way Okatsu plays this game as well. You know, he's just out there with his fucking fist going ham, and that sounds really fun. But I'm gonna incorporate some Jackie Chan and Rock Lee vibes here, and we're gonna go with the way of the drunken fist. But there is a problem for me, right? So I don't think there's alcohol in this game, and I don't think it's going to affect my nervous system to where I will actually be drunk in the game. So I'm gonna have to get hammered every time I play this character build, but that's okay, you know, because if it taps into my brain, if I'm drunk IRL, I should be drunk in game, right?
Yeah. And
Does that
and
math
your
check
moves
out?
would translate, right? And then
I think
the
so.
the best part, right? Because like it's all based around your reaction time, right? So if your reactions are spot on, your muscles don't have to be as reactive. The game will still react for you.
True.
You might be even better.
And I did take this into consideration when I came up with my stat distribution. Strength is very important to me, and whatever I think is vitality is going to raise my HP to the max. I got to put a lot in there. Um, the character design, we're gonna be taller than average. I need some long arms so I can reach past the swords and all that shit in this game. So we're going taller. You know, and we're gonna wear
He's gonna look
gi.
like a he's gonna look like a Nintendo character here soon. His fucking arms just way out there.
You know, I didn't feel like taking the Gomu Gomu Nomu or Nomi abilities and adding them to SLF was very fair.
You
Even
pretty
though
much just did.
no, I'm not saying I'm gonna stretch my arms out. They're just gonna be really long because I'm fucking 7 feet tall. Even though
Uh,
we did get Gum Gum pistols in fucking Burp,
that we
but
did.
Shangri La Frontier is not a trash game. So unfortunately, I'm not gonna find any. Jesus Christ, this is not the word. Any glitches,
Bugs.
bugs. There we
Yeah.
go. But yeah, we're gonna rock a gi. We're getting that Dragon Ball Z look there because that's fucking martial arts 101. My class type is gonna be a monk because that's what monks do. You know, I don't need any magic. No magic, no problems. My weapons are gonna be these hands. And when I thought about running this character, solo or in a guild, I decided to run it solo because, frankly, if I'm going to be drunk and stumbling around, I don't think anybody's going to want to play with me, but I'm going to have way more fun than anybody else in this game.
That's a very good point that you bring up, because there are one of the big things that bothers me actually about going out. This is actually a little bit personal stuff here. What the reason why I don't like going out is because I don't like dealing with drunk people. I cannot stand it when somebody gets too drunk and can't comprehend something. It just bothers me so much.
But what if it made
And
me fight better?
well, and see, that's the thing though, is like there are people, right? If you're like a fun drunk, right, and we get along, hey, whatever, go ahead, have fun.
You'd like
As
hanging
long
out
as
with
I
me.
can separate myself from you, that's the main thing, right? And so I do appreciate what you're getting at though, because you do make a lot of sense. Not everyone is as appreciative of that kind of behavior. So it would be hard to find a group of people that would be like, "Oh yeah, come join our guild. Ramble on in our ear while you're drunk once every week, or, a couple times a week."
Hey, dude, I can't be wobbling woo without the booze. So it's kind of really important to the design of the character. Because I feel like Woo's just not that fun of a guy, you know? He's kind of lame. He doesn't have any cool weapons. He needs the booze
Yeah,
to make him who he is.
I gotcha.
But
No, it makes sense. It does.
yeah, but if I have to go after a Colossi with Wobble and Woo, I'm gonna pick the wild card here because I have no idea what the orchestra of the Doom Echo is, but your boy's gonna find out.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully we do get to learn about it. But I guess we'll go into mine.
Oh shit. So there's like no information about this besides what we learned in that one episode. It can control tsunamis, become clad in fire, and call down lightning. So who better to fight than the fucking sky itself and the weather? That's what I'm going after.
Hell yeah. What you got, weather? Catch these hands.
Old man yelling at clouds. That's Wobble and Woo.
Awesome. Yeah, so my next build. This is gonna be the final build that we have today. Um, this is just a stealth archer, guys. I'm
We knew
kidding.
it was coming.
I'm kidding. It's not just a stealth archer.
No, it
Um,
is. It is entirely just a stealth archer.
it pretty much is a stealth archer, though. This one I'm going with a high dex ranger with a focus on tracking and ranged weapons. Um, I I decided that for this one, I just wanted range. I want to keep people away from me. I want to keep the enemy away from me. I want to be able to poke them off at a distance, stop them from being able to actually even be able to touch me. The tracking bit will help with preventing them from being able to get the jump on me. If I am able to keep an eye out, be able to be aware of my surroundings, know where my enemies are at all times, that prevents me from being the target. So, from there, I don't have a name for this guy.
He doesn't need a name, dude. He's the ranger.
Yeah. And we'll get a little bit more into that in just a moment too. Um, for my inspiration on this one, I actually chose my Path of Exile 2 character that I did for my solo build. My first build was a monk, so
But he wasn't drunk.
he's not drunk, no, which is very unfortunate.
It was actually just the dabbed out monk. So you were still wobbling woo. You were just very slow.
Yeah, it was a different kind of wobble.
You were like
Um,
Luffy when he's fighting fucking
no,
Eno.
no,
He's just
in, instead of wobbling woo, I was stumbling stew. But no, so the character design, very average build. The only thing that I'm gonna make sure of is that my legs are not very short. The idea is that I need my character to be able to move. I don't need him to be able to little itty bitty things. I need long strides in those legs. So no shuffling there. That's also going to help a lot too with just like climbing, jumping, all that kind of stuff. And again, being a ranger, I'm going to be dealing with a lot of moving and stuff like that. I'm constantly keeping an eye out for things. Um, my class type is going to be very conventional. Ranger. No reason to elaborate any further on that. Stat distribution is going to be very heavy into dexterity. A little bit of strength because obviously some of those bows are going to require some strength, but I don't think vitality is going to be as important. I'm not going to focus too much on that. Luck is going to be probably my tertiary stat focus.
Okay.
It's nice to be able to get those checks done with much greater ease, especially when you have advantage.
Okay.
So from there, bows, crossbows, occasionally a sling. Sometimes I'll pick up a rock and throw it if I have to. I'm a ranger. Anything that is at range is my weapon. So
can you throw a rock far enough from where you're standing, mister? I need a lot of rage.
It doesn't need to be far enough. It just needs to hit whatever I'm throwing it at.
Just getting poked in the back of the head. A Colossi get hit with a fucking pebble.
At that point, it's not even a pebble to them.
So you built a guy with a lot of range. I have an idea of which Colossi you want to go after. It's got to be Siege Worm, right?
Yep.
All right.
And here's the thing too. So with Siege Worm, he doesn't stay in one spot. Much like Lycagon, he also roams. The problem is that nobody's been able to touch him and be able to encounter him because, one, he flies. Two, he's never in the same place. So even if you find out where he was roosting, he's probably not going to be there again.
Well, Akane was recognized by him, though, as a goat. So
yes,
we have had some contact with him. We just haven't seen it yet.
True. That being said, my character is specifically tailor-built to track this Colossi down and touch him. Maybe not directly touch him, but I will touch him. Okay?
Pause.
No pause.
Oh.
I'm touching that worm.
Okay, so we haven't thought of this yet, but I think it'd be something fun to do on the fly. What special ability is your ranger going to have?
It's going to be some sort of it's going to be something with an arrow.
Okay. Magic sniper eye, dude.
I don't know.
That'd be cool.
Not a magic sniper eye. I think what I would have is elemental arrows.
Okay.
Where I wouldn't actually need the arrows themselves. I would be able to just summon them.
Oh.
It would be MP based, right?
Of course.
So there is that to take into consideration. It's not like I'm able to just fire them off all the time. They're not going to be way more powerful, right? They're if anything, they're just going to have like the elemental damage to it, which might give me the chance for, additional damage, right? Maybe Siege Worm is weak to thunder.
Well, I was going to say, if you're going after a giant flying dragon, if my Pokemon knowledge serves me correct, you should probably shoot some ice arrows at it.
And that too. So, if anything, that's probably what I would go with, because I would feel like that's going to be the best tool that I have in my arsenal to actually accomplish what I'm going for.
Okay, I like it. So I thought.
What about you?
So I thought of a couple skills I think Binge Sakai needs here. The first is we're gonna take one right out of Sunraku's little bag of tricks, and we're gonna need that waning moon reflection ability.
Okay.
Not because we need to make the enemy have aggro at some light, because we want to sneak around and attack it, but I'm gonna need a snack break during these battles, man. They're pretty fucking long. So I need to distract my enemy so I can throw down some food. I think that'd be pretty important.
Hey, dude, just long enough to get that bag of chips down like Choji.
Oh, exactly. And the other ability is, because I'm going with a super athletic build here, I'm taking one straight out of Bleach. We're getting fucking flash step. This fat man is flash stepping around because that'll be fucking hilarious.
That is a very unconventional ability for a man of that size.
Hey,
But you know what? It works. Because of how nimble he is, how much dexterity he has, it works.
yeah, dude. We're going to be like, there's really only one fat Soul Reaper. And it's,
And she only cooked.
yeah, oh, her. But she also lost all her weight and looked damn good.
She does, yes.
I was thinking of Soy Fun's second in command lieutenant, the really rich guy with all the jewelry, who's really not good at being a Soul Reaper. He's a big guy.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
he
he
is.
can't flash step though.
No, I don't think
He doesn't really have any abilities. He has a fucking ball and chain.
So I got one ability for my captain.
Okay.
I summon my ship.
Just fucking pull a boat out of your ass.
And all of the cannons just broadside. Think of it like a Final Fantasy ability.
Okay. I'm trying to, so you've went with the kind of Assassin's Creed Black Flag build here. What are you gonna do if you're in the middle of a city and you want to summon your ship? You're just gonna break down some buildings?
So it wouldn't summon like the whole ship. Essentially what it does is it summons like a phantom apparition of it, right?
Oh, the ghost ship.
And then what it does is think of it completely like a Final Fantasy game. Dan, I need you to think PS2 Final Fantasy. Okay, we're summoning a creature to come in, do an attack. Well, okay, I guess we gotta go PS1 Final Fantasies, like Final Fantasy 9.
Well,
So
you
what
got that
comes
in X
in
too.
a little bit, no, because you can actually control them. But yeah,
That's
when they
true.
do their final move, how it'll like the camera will just come on in, it'll focus in on that one thing, might even zoom in on it. It does that action, and then it just goes away. That is what I'm going for with my ghost ship, where it'll kind of like appear,
Okay.
and then all of a sudden all the broadsides will just like appear all at once at the side, and it'll just zoom in at that, and then all of those will be pointed at the target and just let loose all the cannons. And while they don't actually like come out as cannonballs, all the spirit damage would smack them all in the face.
Okay. So you've got to think of a good name for this ability. You don't have to do it right now, but it has to be related to the Flying Dutchman, right?
Oh yeah.
Because that's the only ghost pirate I can think of.
Well, I mean, chances are that's probably what I'd even name my ship.
Ooh. Not the Thousand Sunny or the Black Pearl.
No. Black Pearl, as iconic as it is, very, very, very
Overplayed.
cliche and overplayed. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that.
Thousand Sunny, while it's a great ship, this ship is not going to be like the Thousand Sunny.
It's
I'm not
not
going
gonna
to
be
disrespect her
fun
like
and
that.
nice.
No.
It's gonna be a pile
It's
of
not going to turn
green
into a
ectoplasmic shit.
Yeah, it's not going to turn into a cute little teddy bear with a giant sun head. Yeah, no, so those are going to be my two abilities.
Okay.
What do you got for Wobbling Woo?
I'm trying to think.
All right,
'Cause
I'll let you think.
I can't get more drunk, right? Because I have to do that out of game.
Yeah.
Ooh. I'm gonna take from JoJo's Zowworldo. So I can freeze time, log out, re-up, come back in, more drunk, ready to fight. And we're gonna throw some elemental fists in there too, because I'm going after the fucking tsunami, lightning, fucking fire
So you're just
monster. So I need something to go against it.
You're just gonna put a 5-minute freeze on the entire world of SLF so you can just down a couple more brews and then get back into the fight.
Within a radius, we'll say. It's not the entire world. It'll be like within. I don't know how big you think I need to lock down a Colossi.
Depends on how big the Colossi is.
We don't know how big this one is. I'm gonna say, all right, give me a quarter mile.
Okay.
But I can't use this in towns. That'd be really fucked up.
Yeah. No, it wouldn't work at all.
And I'm taking elemental fist too because I want to be like Gojo and be like the red and the blue combined to make drunken purple.
Of course you would. So one question that I didn't actually answer with my ranger yet. Solo or guild? No, it's all right. It's all right.
It's gotta be a solo build.
Completely solo.
Yeah.
Completely solo. I mean, don't get me wrong, I will assist other players, but my services will come at a premium. My character is not going to be one that interacts with anyone in a friendly manner. It's always going to be in a more professional manner.
Monetary.
He is going to be, he's going to be very, very greedy, but also very paranoid at the same time.
Okay.
Again, like I said, I did base this around my Path of Exile 2 character. Here's the thing about that character. When I got the game, playing with some buddies, first build was a monk. This build, went with Ranger, played it completely solo, got to the same spot that we're at. As a result, I kind of want to carry that experience forward, right? Where I'm not in it to have fun. I'm not in it to play around and stuff like that. I'm in it to win it type thing. And that's the kind of vibe that I'm trying to drive with this character.
Okay. So I do have a question since you're a Ranger build. If you somehow ran into a group of 4 hobbits carrying a very specific piece of magic jewelry, would you help them on their quest?
I would for a little bit, but then I would actually try and take the ring from them so that way I could actually help my own people. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be that guy. And then my twin brother will come in, but it's secretly just me with a new character that I made.
Okay.
Yeah, very identical build.
2 PCs.
Exactly.
How do you wear 2 headsets?
No. See, because my first character isn't going to be there by the time that the second character comes in, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, I'm going to get PK'd by a fucking hobbit.
You get your fucking finger bitten off the minute you try and take that thing, dude.
All right.
So, you know what all this got me thinking about?
Huh?
What, like, video game character I would want to see in SLF, and I just want Link from The Legend of Zelda in here, because I want to watch Sunraku just listen to him go, yeah, over and over again, and be like, what the fuck is your problem?
Say something.
Why are you picking up and smashing every single pot you find?
No, knowing Sunraku, he'd see that he's getting money and he'd start doing it himself.
Pencilgon would do that.
True.
She's the one with the mountain of debt.
True. Awesome.
Cool. Well, guys, hope you enjoyed this episode. We'll be back on Tuesday with the rundown, with or without our friend with no internet. I'm not sure what we're doing on the Degens next week, but we'll let you know. Appreciate everybody listening, and we'll catch you guys next week. See ya.
Later.
Push